Welcome to this week's episode of Car Stars and Roll Bars. I'm Mike Kinney, your host. Throughout the weeks, we have a chance to talk to people that have big museums. We've done some of the tours. Follow the website. We've got a lot of coverage coming up for national NHRA events, etc. And today, we are really fortunate. Joining us is Justin Nichols, Nichols Paint and Fab. We got a great story for you. If everything that's been happening with the builds, they're kind of getting worldwide attention. But before we bring him on, we got a pretty good video. I think, how about we'll let Justin tell you his own self, as my granddaddy would say.
I'm Justin Nichols. I own Nichols Paint and Fab in Watseka, Illinois. We build custom cars, custom bikes. We've got a show called Wrench. It's on Velocity MotorTrend. As far as the TV show goes, it's just real life. The production company found a bike that we built quite a few years ago, and they called me, and we did a little Skype interview, and then they sent a film crew out, and they haven't left since. So we've been filming for a couple of years now. It's been crazy, just growing the business, growing the show, everything. And coming here this year as opposed to last year is kind of crazy. You know, people coming up and not really used to that, but we're getting there. I'm glad people are digging what we do, and I'm happy to do it. I've been working on cars and hot rods since I've been a little kid. My dad got me into it. I remember going to car shows as a kid with my dad and just kept snowballing from there. I'd start picking out what I liked. We'd go back and forth with him, and we'd go back in the shop, and we'd build cars and do paint jobs. It just evolved into me owning a business, and now we got our own show, and now we build some cool stuff.
Yeah, they build cool stuff, definitely. Justin, glad to have you with us this morning. How you doing, man?
Great. Glad to be here.
Yes. So you guys are in Watseka, Illinois. You're kind of close to Indiana as the crow flies. Is that right, buddy?
Yeah, about 10 minutes from the border, a couple hours south of Chicago. We're literally right in the middle of nowhere, next to nowhere.
So yeah, you go nowhere and take two lefts, right?
Yep, and you're back where you started.
Back where you started again. So viewers, sit down, grab your favorite drink. We have a lot of pictures and videos we're going to share. Justin and his team, they do some amazing work. So we got a few pics here of some of the builds because, we got to get jumping that deep into the pond. And I got to tell you, Hoss, you guys do some sick stuff here. These are coming out phenomenal cars. I think we got a couple pictures coming up where we can look at it. And we're going to be talking about this one a lot. That's the 32 that's owned by John Sutherland, right, buddy?
Yeah, that's John. He's from Peoria. He's a couple hours away.
And we're going to be seeing that one later. We have a video where I had the pleasure to interview Justin and John when they're at the Grand National Roadster Show with this stunning, breathtaking 32. We got a couple more we have here we can look at. This reminds me, at first glance, a little bit of a Hudson Terraplane.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we started that with the 46 cab. The cab was already stretched and chopped when we got it. That's all we got. We hand built the bed. We used 57 Chevy fenders on the back, widened the front. This guy's in a wheelchair, so everything will be hand controlled. It's an LT5. That's why the running boards are notched in like that. Wow. So he can get in real close and get in and out easy.
Beautiful. And so it's great you can accommodate, but I just like the look of the wheel, of the running boards that way. Now, this came out cool.
Thanks. Yeah, that's one of the first ones that really got us going. We built this international for a local guy, and we did the whole show circuit all summer with it, and it did really well and really gained us some traction in the industry.
Absolutely. And you're also into bikes, obviously.
Yes, I've always been into bikes. That's another thing that my dad got into. He had the old panheads, knuckleheads, all that stuff, but we never really went crazy with them. This is one we built for SEMA for another local guy. It's a pro-charged. It was a Road King, and we just did everything custom on it. Air ride, laid it out.
Nice.
It was a fat bike too.
Oh yeah, I love them when they're fat like that. And then you bag them a little bit, and they'll just sit right on the ground when they're parked. That just looks sexy.
Yep.
Yeah. And you've got a whole bunch of notice with this truck, bud.
Yes, yeah, that thing. That was one of the first pro touring, road course trucks that was done. There was a couple out, but this was a full blown. It was blown too. It was supercharged with a Magnuson. It was just under Just under 1,000 horse, man. This thing was a riot to drive, and I didn't want to get rid of it, but you just got to keep moving forward. You can't keep them all.
No, that's a good point. Yeah. Wow. And yeah, I think we got some shots a bit later too. Okay, viewers. So I've been at this a long time. I'm just about. No wonder I got all this head full of white hair anymore. I think I left gray many years ago. And so I've been around shops my whole life, right? So my goal, wouldn't it be cool to have like a 3,500 square foot shop? No, this isn't going to happen because Mary will shoot me. But I'm going, maybe you could get a 5,000 square foot shop. Well, let me look at my notes here. I'm going to tease everybody. We got a video, Justin. You can't say anything yet. So hold on to your socks. This may be one of the larger shops you've ever seen being constructed.
I know you guys want to see the new building, but here's a little flashback of where we came from. My dad instilled a strong work ethic in me. He showed me what it takes to work hard and get what you want, and that's what I've done all my life. Right now, I've got one of the top shops. I've got the best crew in the world. We're moving right up. So FBI has put up this killer 35,000 square foot building for us.
We're driving cars on a Mars tonight. We're passing off to the stars tonight. We wanna go, go. We wanna go, go.
Good stuff, making things happen here at Nichols Paint and Fab.
Yeah, that is not a typo for all the viewers. 35,000 square feet. I swear, Justin, that was like an Amazon distribution center or fulfillment centers, they call them. I would get lost in there. That's amazing. And you got your own dyno room.
Yeah. I definitely get my steps in every day. That's for sure. Well, yeah, it's 35,000 square feet up front, and the back one's 100 by 100 where the dyno's at, and then we're trying to get the other side of that done for doing our own upholstery and trying not to let anything leave until it's done.
And that's what fascinates with your goal. And for the viewers, you got to talk to these guys. So your car comes there, they have a place, all they do is the disassembly, then a place to work on her. Then they can dyno them, and then once they get the upholstery set up, like you're saying, it becomes truly a one-stop shop. You don't have to ship it anywhere. And when they come back for the keys, it's done.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's what we're trying to work towards. So they feel more comfortable, and I'm more comfortable, and nothing gets lost or messed up. And
yep.
We're starting our own wheel manufacturing. We're going to be building our own parts, making our own parts, just start to finish.
Start to finish. I think we got a couple pictures of the shop here coming up. So I love that shop, that picture out front, because that's a nice little 3-window looking at you too.
Yeah, that's the one we did for the NSRA, the giveaway car last year. Cool. Nice little 34 with the 302 in it, and that went over really good.
Well, I would hope so. And I think we got to, I got to be candid. Justin, your place is so big, it's hard to get a shot to appreciate just how big it is.
Yeah, no, it is. This picture was taken from upstairs. So upstairs, I have an office for my 10-year-old son, Gage, which I hope that's my retirement plan. We got a conference room upstairs. We got a spare room for when people come help from out of town. They can stay here. There's a full bathroom, shower upstairs, so laundry room. Because we do bring in a lot of people, especially when we're thrashing, trying to get something done for a show.
Oh yeah.
And there's no point in wasting money on a hotel if we got the room. And then
Beautiful.
upstairs, I got my cigar lounge. We got our 3D printer stuff going upstairs. All of our prototyping, storage, all that stuff.
Beautiful. Now, we got some shots here, and obviously part of being a successful shot for all the viewers, because I want to get into the business. Part of being successful, you have to get out there. You have to be seen above and beyond doing great work in your shop. So we got a few pictures of that where you've been at different locations. Now, is this at the Nationals?
This one is at Kalamazoo up in
Okay.
Michigan, another NSRA event. But
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they do incredible events. And
Absolutely. We support them big time. And
You
this
bet.
one's in Chicago at World of Wheels.
and you got some nice merch there going on, dude.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, that's a pretty big thing. Everybody supports us, and we love it. You know, it's awesome seeing random pictures on the internet with our shirts on and in the
yeah.
background and walking around shows, and it makes you feel good. You know, accomplished.
Absolutely. Now check out this shop. So again, this shop is so big. This is kind of like probably from an airplane at 2 miles away. This was your open house?
Yes. This was the first annual open house. We had it was 1,500 cars total in and out, thousands of people, and we gave tours all day. That whole day, I lost my voice, and each group, every 15 minutes, was 100 people at a time running through there from 9 a.m. till 6 p.m.
Okay. Now back the truck up, as my granddaddy would say. 1,500 vehicles?
Yep.
That's a major
Yeah, we
car
had-
show.
Yeah, we had people come up from Florida. There's some from Oregon. This year we had people from Louisiana come up, and it's crazy, man. It's nuts.
Well, if you need somebody to MC, let me know in advance. I'll come out and hang with you guys, man.
We got a room for you.
Hey, that could work. Okay, so about this time, I always ask a couple questions. I apologize in advance because they're kind of hard. I think for you, this one's going to be an adventure. To date, what's your favorite automotive memory? I know it's hard.
No, it's pretty easy, actually.
Oh, really?
So when I was 9 years old, my dad and I started a 31 Ford when I was 7. So
Cool.
It took us till I was 9 years old to get it in primer, get it kind of mocked up. And we're like, let's go to a car show. It's in primer. It's got the cheesy chrome parts on there on the motor. And him and I put it on a trailer. We backed the truck off, sitting on milk crates, by the way, with no interior. Backed off of it. It was in Hoopston, which is about 15 miles from here. We got, I think, second or third in the class, and that's really what started. Yeah.
And so you got hooked.
That's yeah. It's his fault I'm doing this. So
I love it. So my next question, I think where this might go, normally I ask what's your favorite automobile, but maybe your favorite's changing depending on what you're building.
yeah, I get too attached to them. That's for sure, because they don't leave until they're perfect. But to this date, my favorite one that we built, if that's what you're trying to get at, is definitely that 32 Roadster with the twin turbos, because I've had that in my head since high school. So
Yeah, I wouldn't blame you a bit. Okay, for the viewers, when you have a shop, and we've talked about how to be successful. You want to have a presence at different events. You hook up with the NSRA; those are great people. They can help your business, and you can be helping them. But you also got to have a little media, right? You got to capture some ink and have a presence there as well. So I think we got a few shots of that coming up. Give you a sense of what it looks like and where you can get connected. Now, this one I think is you got like a best interior, right?
yeah, that was at SEMA.
Beautiful.
TMI gave us that award for that, and
So well, when you get awards at SEMA, you know you're getting in rare air, as I like to say.
sure, yeah, we got in the top 10 with Battle of the Builders too, and
Beautiful.
it was a good year. That did really well out there.
Now, this is something you're doing with the fire department because you do some fundraising as well, right?
Yeah, so our show or event that we do every year, we don't charge. Everything is free. There's a few things like dunk tank, stuff that does raise money. So we'll either give that to a charity or we do a lot with St. Jude. And then we also support our local stuff. So every year we donate to the fire department and
Very cool.
the police and all that stuff. So
God bless you, man. And then you guys had the Wrenched series, right?
yeah, so that was on MotorTrend. We did 2 seasons, and then COVID hit, so that kind of went away. But we're doing our own thing. We got a few videos on YouTube so far, and we're just having fun.
I think that one's Nichols Paint and Fab TV, if I got it correct.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think I recognized you and a bike on the cover.
Yeah, that was my baby beard. So this bike is actually what got us the TV show. The owner of the network seen this at Barnes and Nobles, picked it up, and that's what made him call me, is that bike.
Wow. Yeah, so for the viewers, think about this casual comment Justin just made. Well, they made the cover of a magazine. A producer sees them at some random bookstore and goes, hey, I better check these guys out. That's why it's so important. You find your focus, you build true to your heart, and when you build sick stuff, right, you're going to get noticed. Okay, and here's one of my favorite topics of all time is fabrication. I've been around, I've been a welder, the list goes on. I know how tough it is for the stuff to come out beautiful, and in your case, perfect. We got some pictures of fabbing going on as well. So that looks like is that like a serious CNC machine there?
Yeah, that's a small one. That's like the engraving and etching. It does the light work, yeah. And the one next to it's the big one.
I love it. In your shop, when you have a small one, well, we got bigger ones too. That's the way you want to roll. I think we got another picture. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is your better half?
Yep, that's her. Yeah. She's here every day with me, and this chick is, I'll admit it, I wouldn't be where I'm at without her. We've been together for a little over 10 years, and she gets in there. She obviously does bead rolling. She can weld. She can cut. She runs a CNC table. She'll cut stuff out, brackets, tabs, whatever. But yeah, she's in it with me.
You probably need to say her name, dude. I'm just saying.
Yeah, probably. Megan Ashline. Yeah.
This picture to me has so much going on. Just the way everything's cushioned when it's on the 2 poster, and you can see how it's positioned. The frame came out phenomenal, and you're seeing the way the exhaust is going to be laid out, so you know this is when the car is done. Oh yeah, it's going to be covered somewhere.
Thanks. Yeah. It's a 33 Roadster, or not Roadster, coupe. We put the new Hemi in it and the boreless stack induction, and it's going to be a pretty fun little hot rod. And as I understand, you have a significantly larger paint booth than most. Yes. Yep. So we're wider, longer, so we can blow apart a whole car and set everything up in there like it's going to be on the car, but you can spray around it and paint the whole car at once.
Which, once again, that's less handling these parts, especially when you're getting ready to paint them or when they just got painted. And so everything comes together that much cleaner, and you're not having to fix issues.
Yep, exactly.
So yeah, you mentioned before she and Joy's building some of the tub kits. Well, here we go.
Yeah. This was for a Mustang we did on the TV show, and we knocked them out and put them in, and it's fun sometimes working with her.
I can relate. Just like I told you, Mary and I have been together for a long time. I'm married up, man, and I'm the same way as you, but I would not be where I'm at without her. Right?
Yeah. It's just that simple, and it's really hard. A lot of people are always like, "Oh, I'm so happy to see you guys get together along so great and this and that," but it's not easy. You work all day, you eat lunch together, you eat dinner together, you go home together. It's tough.
It can be kind of tough, but I'm old school too. A good relationship, a good marriage, it takes work, right? But when both of you care about each other, it's probably going to work out. Now, you got a video coming up here. Now, I've been around some builders. Say, look at this car. Don't touch it. No, you can't sit it. I really don't want you to start it. Well, Justin's kind of the other end of the spectrum on that one. So yeah, the title of this video, we like to title these, it's called Send It. So check this out when Justin's thrashing it a little bit.
Tall like Everest, I mean higher. You ain't gotta settle in.
How's everybody doing? Y'all having fun? Are you guys ready to see some burnouts and hopefully not blow this thing up? All right, I'll send it. Let's give a big round of applause for the promoters of the show. This is the coolest show on the planet.
Nice job, Justin.
So, man, I could see you grinning before the camera got inside the cab, man. You were having a ball.
We love doing stuff like that, and then we build them to do that, you know. And that's everybody's like, "Why do you beat on them?" And I'm like, "Well, if I'm not gonna, somebody else is."
That's right. And when the owner gets it, you know that they're going to have a great experience because you've done all the shakedown cruises. Where was that event, Justin? That's a great looking venue.
Yeah, that was down at Tulsa at the Starbird show.
Oh, that's what I was wondering.
That was this past one. Yeah, it's an awesome show.
Yeah. We have the place. We've been there before. For the viewers, they can put over 1,000 vehicles in one building with no center columns because it's all pre-arched cabling. I've actually been their announcer for monster truck competitions in there, and I was their auctioneer for the fundraiser for the Pinstripers. So Daryl and his team, they do an amazing job. His brother's right in there with him. So if you haven't had a chance, you got to go to the Starbird show. It's usually in February each year, and we love that area of Tulsa. Okay, so this, as I went to set up this show, I got to be candid, Justin. Someone said, okay, we got like one or two things we're going to talk about, and we have a great time. I think we could do 3 episodes on what you have going on with the shop and what you're doing with the dyno. Well, you've got a whole storefront. Because again, there's some shops you walk into and just bang, you're kind of walking into the shop. There's really no place to sit down. You really haven't got any place for merch. Well, you guys took a little different approach. So Rick, I think we got a few pictures there. So viewers, when you walk in, this is what you get. Dude, this is like going into an AutoZone or something, kind of.
Kind of, same thing, only different.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so that's our full hobby shop. So we got full RC cars, parts, repair, sales. It's all there, and we got customer service just for that department as well. But
wow,
yeah, we got a bunch going on in just the showroom area.
That's amazing. And look and Santa came by with Mrs. Claus.
Yep, yeah. So every year we do Hot Wheels and Barbies for the local kids. They'll come in and get pictures with those two, and we'll give them Hot Wheels and Barbies and make memories. Just hopefully spark something with a few of them or whatever.
Absolutely, brother. And I love this shot. And what did you do to that Volkswagen bus? That's kind of cool.
It's not a real one.
Okay.
People always get mad. No, it's a fiberglass. Somebody actually made that for us.
Wow, that's beautiful.
It's a desk, and it's just a cool little piece.
Absolutely. And so this is some of the items people have for the RC cars, and actually you got it around the Christmas tree.
Yep. Every kid needs one of those.
You got
and adult.
And adult. Thank you very much. That is just phenomenal. And before we get out of here, so I got a few more pictures before we jump to them. Just if you gave us, like the shorter response, because there's a lot of viewers saying, man, they really want to get in this amazing hobby culture business, whatever we want to call it. So what's a couple of tips you'd give to them to kind of help them get a good trajectory going and be successful?
Well, other than doing stuff right when nobody's looking,
there you go.
You just got to have a passion. You got to want it because it's not easy to make money in this industry. There's a lot of people doing it. There's enough work to go around, but you've got to be unique, and you've got to have them want to call you for a reason.
Perfect. There you go. Perfect. Why you versus somebody else, right?
Exactly.
Yes, and later on, we're going to have some contact information Justin will walk through for us. Before we jump there, looking at my notes, obviously, these builds, you know, weren't even possible without a great crew. So we got some pictures there to thank them. What are we doing here? Looks like everybody's got their own sketch. What's happening here?
So we obviously do a Christmas party every year. So
Yep.
I have my buddy over in Australia, or not Australia. He's going to shoot me. He's over there with the Queen, England. So he does cartoon stuff, and I had him do everybody in their favorite car, and that was one of the presents I got, and everybody loved it.
Well, yeah. And again, you get a sense this is part of this 35,000 square foot building, right?
Yeah, this isn't a job that you can do alone, especially on this magnitude. But
Yeah.
everybody here is awesome. They've been here for a while. I don't want it to ever change. We need some more help, but yeah, the crew's awesome. I love every bit of it.
Very, very cool. So was that SEMA?
Yep, that's
Okay.
award at SEMA. That's a few of us there.
Yeah, I can see the award. And there you are with your better half. Now, this is when you're supposed to say how great she is, dude. Hint.
Well, I don't have to. She speaks for herself. Yeah.
But
No, she's awesome, man. She's always right there too, right by my side. So
beautiful. Makes all the difference in the world, right?
absolutely.
Yeah. Very, very cool, brother. So I love that shot.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's my son Gage, and that's my dad Steve.
Cool.
We were out cruising around on a golf cart one day in town and snapped a picture.
And if there's to me a shot that should go on a postcard, I think this is it.
I agree.
Yeah. Wow.
That's framed in my house, and that's roles switched. That was me on the wheel. I don't know how many years ago, and I'm not going to say either, but that father and son, you know. So
wow, that is phenomenal, man. I'm really digging it. Well, I think we got some contact information. Will pop up here in a moment. And Justin, if you can walk us through that, just how people can get a hold of you.
yeah, so that's Nichols Paint and Fab. That's the website. Everything you need to know or want to know is on there. Give us a call on that phone number. Yeah, just type in Nichols Paint and Fab in anything, and you'll find us.
And we also got, look at my notes, the Nichols Paint and Fab TV for your YouTube channel. You guys are very active there. And viewers, it's kind of cool when you call the office, somebody answers.
Yeah, true story. People say you answer the phones there.
So as we always do these evergreens, so to speak, but what do you see coming over the hill real quickly as like one of your big builds?
We've got a lot going on. We got a couple Riddler builds. We're doing another Amber contender.
Cool.
Or a Amber contender. We got quite a few stuff going on. This winter we're going to have a 40 Ford on the show circuit. That'll be done. So we'll start in Chicago with that and start posting it.
Excellent. Well, we're talking about big builds. We got one video left. We're talking. It's that gorgeous 32. There's a Grand National Roadster show. So, Rick, if you can pull that up, so viewers just sit down and be ready to be awed. The Grand National Roadster Show in Pomona, California, 2023. Yeah, I am wound up, especially what's standing right behind me. Absolutely amazing fabrication. I got the owner and the builder with me, so I am enjoying life. And I got John Sutherland. Did I get that right?
Yes.
What a beautiful car, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So where's home for you guys?
Pekin, Illinois for me.
Wow, so it's a little bit of a commute.
Yes.
So what's some of your favorite parts of the car? I know you got to have a long list.
Yeah, so the headlights,
Cool.
valve covers,
Yeah.
the wood in the interior in the bed, and just the cantilevered suspension in the bed. Justin did an amazing job coming up with some of these design ideas and really brought kind of the vision to life.
Brought the vision to life. And Justin, I tell you, I've been at this a while. When I came across this morning, this one pretty much just stopped me dead. I couldn't breathe, man. You got this sick mind going on here. So how did you, you must be kind of possessed with some of this.
Where I should start with this one, I guess, is this one was actually designed in my high school study hall class my senior year.
What?
Yeah, I put this on paper, sketched it out. I've always wanted to put turbos in a headlight of a 32 Ford because it's about the same size as a commercial headlight. I thought it would work. It from 10 feet away, it still looks like a traditional hot rod. You start walking up on it, you start seeing things, and there's a lot of engineering and a lot of things that haven't been done to a 32 before, and John was cool enough to let us do it, and here we are.
So for the viewers, number one, great build, dude. But I love the comment. So you're in study hall in high school, and instead of studying, you're sketching hot rods?
Well, absolutely. I think everybody had a Street Rodder magazine in their math book when they were supposed to be doing problems.
Absolutely. I grew up with Street Rodder, right? And then Rod and Custom and all that. But yeah, that 32, looking at some of the notes, it got the Ford Coyote. You mixed your own paint, blown head gasket gray?
Yeah, so if you pop the drain plug on a motor with the blown head gasket, that's the color that's going to come out.
And I think you cut your own wheels now as well, right, brother?
We do now. These were done by somebody else, but we designed them and came up with the idea for those. So,
just phenomenal car, and for everybody. And I didn't get a chance to tell Justin we were a Grand National Roaster Show. Okay, you caught me after about like 3 cups of coffee, so I was wound up, ready to go for the day, and I fell in love with the car, and that's why I was kind of going, how about it? Because my original question, I think I changed the topic 4 times before I gave you a chance to answer.
Yeah, and I had just literally stepped off the plane when we met, so I was a little sleepy, but
well, you did good, man. But we can't think. We intentionally saved that video for last because that is such a phenomenal 32. And like I mentioned, you see in that little cameo interview, I want to thank John Buck, the Grand National Roaster Show. You got to go check them out. It is the granddaddy of them all. That car, when it came around the corner, it was just, and then it's, to me, one of the great aspects of that particular build is the more you look, the more you see, right?
Exactly. There's so many details in that thing. Everything is one off. And like I said, it's hard to be different with a 32 anything anymore.
Right.
But I feel like we threw a whole bag at it.
and you'd hit the target big time. Well, Justin, we can't thank you enough for being on the show. We'll be talking to you soon. And if we don't see you before, odds are we'll be at SEMA together, brother.
We will see you around, and I appreciate you having me on here.
It's our pleasure. Have a great day, and God bless, man.
You too. Thank you.
You bet you. So, yeah, when you are Googling, when you're going to be around Illinois, you got to check everybody out. What's going on Nichols Paint and Fab. Wow, they really know what they're doing. Do me a special favor. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share. Hit up all the social media. Tell all your friends what we're doing. Until we have a chance to meet again, enjoy the ride.